fearsome creature of the depths. No more shall you torment those who visit these waters. Face your end at the hand of the High One. Have at you!
Okay. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. Let me see. Let me see if this looks... No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this armor set looks so fucking familiar, it's ridiculous. Oh. Okay. Oh, was that it?
My mouth! What are you playing at? You don't see me barging into Asgard and dragging you out of your house?
So, not a fish at all.
No, and not an enemy. I was there when you came to Jotunheim and drank enough mead to kill a man. I saw what you did to Suttungr that day. Damn near beating him to a pulp single-handedly. Only a fool would challenge you. But you have bested me fairly when no other could. And believe me, many have tried. You want this key, I assume?
That, and for you to leave these waters.
That I will not do. I have made a home here. Dwarves repeatedly intrude, make attempts on my life, and those of my aquatic neighbors. I won't stand for it. So I impede them, harming nothing but their pride. I dare say you would defend your lands from invaders more vigorously.
Aye, I would. And I see your point. As strange as this all may seem.
Then have your prize, and I shall have mine. Life as a fish is full of wonder you'd never imagine. So I shall protect these waters for as long as I live.
Very well.
Alright.
After all that, let's hope this chest was worth the bother.
I mean, all that. It wasn't hard. It was... I also like he's like, oh, my mouth, even though I clearly just shot him with an arrow. Like, I mean, I guess we'll go this way. I mean, it's a toss-up whether it would be better to go that way or up to this one and then come back down. I mean, we're going to have to come back around anyway to get to the shelter. So maybe if I go up around and then come back, and maybe we'll end on... nah, fuck it. Let's go do this one. What was I saying? Sick, right. And then, yeah, like yesterday, at some point after, while I was working, the All Fisher, sure. My throat started to get a little sore, and then by the time I was going to bed last night, it was even worse, and my nose got all plugged, which is probably which you could probably hear is still plugged. It seems like no matter how much snot I blow out of it, it still has significantly more than I could possibly get rid of somehow. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those illnesses where, like, it isn't like, oh my god, I just want to sleep.
There is nothing to gain by killing me. I'll say nothing. I never saw you here. Please.
You'll be fine. Just keep still so you don't...
It's over. They'll not harm anyone else.
Oh, thank goodness you came, High One. They killed my friends, the bastards! I would give you something in thanks, but I already had everything of worth that was in my pack.
Really, it's fine. Get to safety, and we shall call it even.
Stop by my shelter. I'll give you something there. Nothing fancy, just something to say thanks. Your dagger shelter, it's called. These giants here, they said there's more of them. Might be their leader. Up in the hills, northeast of Stormilna, they said.
If my path should take me that way, then perhaps I will pay them a visit. Can you get to your shelter from here?
I think so.
Then I may find you there someday. Good luck.
She must have been standing on just like the slightest little bit of hill. Alright. Northeast of... Oh, look at that. There's a vault there, apparently. Northeast of something. In the hills. Oh, whatever. Grab this viewpoint. But yeah, even like most of the time, if my nose is really plugged, a surefire way to clear it out, right, is if you've ever had it, it's Excel Polar Ice gum, because it's like really, really strong mint, and like when you bite into that, that usually will just burn through your sinuses and clear them out. Did not work this time. It definitely helped a little bit. Like my nose had stopped running there for a little bit, but it didn't actually clear it out. Now my nose is starting to run again. But you know, I don't get sick very often, and even when I do, it never lasts very long. So I imagine I'll be fine by Monday, but unfortunately, you know, it's back to work on Monday, so it's not like I can just say, oh, I'll just record Monday's video and leave the rest till then, so that I feel better when I do it. But anyway, still playing Slime Rancher in my free time. Oh fuck me, there's a mystery down there that we somehow didn't get to. Alright, and there's actually none in between these two viewpoints. It's a shame that there's a mystery down there, but whatever. Well, let's just do this to get over there. And since we got water and everything across. But yeah, still playing Slime Rancher. Found out that they actually lowered a bunch of requirements for the, unfortunately, probably not for the achievements, but that's fine, I already got them. But in that game, there's treasure pods that you can unlock. And the first one you get, I think when you first unlock the one expansion called the Lab, I think you get the first one available to buy. But then it used to be, or maybe no, maybe you had to, because like they had, like at some point they added crafting to it, and it's fine. It's not great, if I'm being honest. I don't really care for it. But it used to be that you needed, well, it still is, that you need to craft so many things, and then you got the Treasure Cracker Mark 1, which unlocked the,
off limits.
like the green treasure pods, and then you needed to craft, I want to say 50 things. I don't remember how many it was for the first one. But then once you crafted 50 things, you unlocked the Mark 2, which unlocked the blue pods, and then 100 things would unlock the Mark 3, which was the purple pods. I think they're purple. But they lowered those requirements. They literally cut them in half. So now to get Mark 2 is 25, which I now have. And to get Mark 3 is 50 instead of 100, which I don't have. But I don't really build a lot of things, because like the main things that you really need to build are the things that let you build other stuff. And probably one of the reasons I don't like it is because, like, even though the game is mostly busy work anyway, it's it's a layer of busy work that just leads to more busy work, because like you need certain materials that you can only get by putting down drills, apiaries, and pumps, I think. And then there's certain places that you can put them that give you special materials. Like the one area is called the dry reef, and if you put the pump there, you'll get the same thing that you get everywhere else, plus 1 rare materials. Then like the apiaries go in the moss blanket, and the drills go in the quarry, right? And then if you unlock the glass desert, I think it's called the glass desert, all 3 of them actually have a special item that they can only pick up when they're there. But obviously, you know, you put them down, they start to work, and then you need to go and collect them. And the glass desert ones. Now, thankfully, you can build teleporters as well. So, like, you can put a teleporter like right next to your lab, and then run out to wherever you want to put the resource gathering things, and slap down another teleporter and just put them all around it. You can only build in certain locations though, so you have to make sure that it's in a location that you can put a bunch down. Well, 2 or 3 usually, but in reality you can do 1. But the thing about them though is that you can only collect from them, like the first ones that you can build, you can only collect from them once and then they disappear. And then you can unlock advanced ones, and oh, you're just gonna drop me in the water, aren't you? You prick. You get advanced ones, you can collect from them 3 times without them breaking, but then there isn't any ones better than that like will just keep producing. So you constantly have to build more of them. And then like the stuff that you can build for it, well, useful, requires like the things that are actually useful requires the very special things that you can only get from the special areas, right? So like right now, pretty much everything that I want to build.
I can't feel anything. Let me go.
Requires royal jelly,
like this,
which is what you get from the apiaries in the moss blanket. But it's such a rare drop that, like, even though I have 3 of them going, I actually haven't got any from it.
You're strong to endure that.
Thank you. I don't know what I would have done if...
Save your strength. You're safe now. Just need to warm up.
What I need is to get back to my shelter. The Jorthega shelter. Find me there, so I may thank you properly. You know, there's more of them out there. Like keep preying on other dwarves. They have a hideout. I heard them speak of it. They didn't think I could hear them. It sounded like they were plotting something. That part I couldn't hear. South of Mjolnir Smitha, near a twist in the road. Go there and put a stop to them, please.
Do not presume to tell me what I should do, though I may seek them out. Will you be all right from here?
Forgive me. Yes, I think so. Perhaps I will see you at the shelter.
Okay, so that's another mystery, but it didn't unlock the Outrider or whatever the fuck they're called. 1, 2, 3, 7 more. Oh, good God, there's 2 mysteries down there. Why the fuck did I not see that one? Good God, just fucking blind. Alright, well, we'll go over here. Although, there's this thing here I should probably grab first, since we're here. But it makes no sense to leave it and have to come back and get it later. But yeah, like so far, like everything that I want to build right now, right, is basically advanced drones, which helps me automate some of the things on the ranch, super useful, and then links to the marketplace and the refinery just to make it so that like, because like the marketplace where you sell all of your plorts is only in the main area of the ranch, but you can put a link in the other areas so that you don't have to walk all the way back there to sell them. And then the refinery is only in the lab, and then obviously the refinery link just lets you put it down somewhere else, and then you can put stuff into the refinery without having to go all the way to it, right? Now, the main issue that I came across though is that the drones, right? You give them a source or a target, so it's like, let's say pick up fruit, or you can name a specific fruit, vegetable, whatever, right? And then you tell them where to get it from, so like a garden. Oh, that guy's riding that pig.
Obey your master, or I'll melt you into a sword, you bastard! You stand no chance against my mighty boar!
There, Gullenbursty. You're all right. You're all right. I'm here now. And I'm in need of your aid. Come, old friend. I am your master now.
Oh, this is the dwarf that, or not the dwarf. This is the boar that the brothers built, right? Like we had that one memory or whatever about it. But anyway, so like the way I had my ranch laid out, right, was I had I had a bunch of crops that I was building in the area that had all the grass and trees and everything, right? Because it's like, oh, this looks like a good place to grow stuff, and they don't stick out as much as when you build them in the other areas. And then they have these things called warp depots where you put it in, or you put down two of them, and whatever you put into it, you can take out from either end, right? But the drones can't use those, which means that I had to rearrange my entire thing. But like everything that I want to build, the marketplace, the drones, and everything, they all require royal jelly.
Just let me go. I'm no threat. Please.
Which, like I said, is a really rare
Don't you dare fall!
resource just from apiaries. So it's super fucking annoying to get them all. Sure.
Steady now. You're all right.
Oh, thank the gods. I couldn't last much longer. Bless you, High One. Bless you and all your kin.
I wasn't the only high one today, huh?
Too soon for jokes, but I thank you. Find me in the Jörðveikur shelter if you can get past the hedonists, and I'd like to give you a gift. These giants, there's more of them, you know? They spoke of a leader, a hideout maybe, east of Skidblanir Smiða, sounded like. Ring any bells?
I will think on it. Perhaps I will seek out this leader and see to it they bother no one else.
Do feel free to boot them off a very tall height, High One, should you wish. At any rate, I seek the solid ground of the Jörðveikur shelter. Farewell.
Right, another dwarf rescued.
I know the place they spoke of.
Okay. So that should have unlocked. Oh wow, it's like right next to us. Awesome. So we can grab this and then grab that. So one of those other ones must be another dwarf in distress to get another outrider. Should I fly up there? I mean, it's not that far, but it would still be faster. And I'm pretty sure that if I had infinite Hooger gear, Which, to be fair, with the amount, like, if you landed in the right spot with the amount of plants that are around, you probably could have, like, basically infinite. I would, like, always be in bird form. Like, I would just never do anything but fly. Because there just wouldn't be any reason to not. Okay, so here I think is our last viewpoint. Although seeing that mountain and that tower makes me question why this would be our last one. But it's not the first time that there have been stuff, or that there has been stuff higher up that didn't count as a viewpoint. Alright. But yeah, it caused me to rearrange a bunch of stuff because I was really trusting that the drones could do that. But I also read a thing that said that the drones are supposed to last for like 2 in-game days before they need to be refueled, which is just with water. It's one of those things where it's like they need to be refueled, but it takes like half a second, and realistically, there's no reason that they needed to bother, you know? It would be very nice if there was something else that you could build that would just keep them going, you know? Because, like, there is a thing that I unlocked, a decoration. It's like a... I don't remember what it's called. It's like a battery station or a charging station or something to that effect. Oh, fuck, I don't have enough adrenaline. That's new. Nope. And there we go. Outriders cleared. Just make sure I got all of the shit from it. Another Outrider complete. I really wish there was more of a story behind these Outriders, because, like, as it stands, they're just kind of there. It's just basically you free 2, or you rescue 2 dwarves, and then you just go hunt some random animals. Hey, I got Jotun trousers now. Holy shit. Oh, no, he's actually even higher up.
This is a place of great power. Here was forged the hammer, to which all other hammers must yield.
Oh, that's where Mjolnir got made, eh? Mew.
Broker and Sindri had made 2 gifts that outshone the works of the sons of Ivaldi. Now they meant to make their masterpiece. Mjolnir, Giant's Bane, a hammer that could level mountains, that never missed its mark when thrown, and always returned to the hand of its owner. A 3rd time they set about the forge. It had to be kept at exactly the right temperature for their work to be perfect. And yet again, Loki visited as a fly. So desperate to make Broker fail, he bit the dwarf's eye harder than any fly had ever bitten before. This time, he did not fail. The hammer was flawed, the handle a fraction too short. Yet even so, we judged the work of Sindri and Broker superior. Loki lost his bet, and his head was forfeit. Few would have mourned the death of Loki. But of course, the trickster found a way to go back on his word. A tale for another time, perhaps.
Okay. I mean, your gods, could you not just like regrow his head? Like he couldn't just like regrow his head or something? I don't know enough about Norse mythology to know how accurate any of this is. I have to assume that at least like those stories, I'm assuming, are accurate to the myths, and that because that would be a weird thing to get wrong, you know. All things considered, like obviously, like most of the shit that you do as the player, um, probably not very accurate to the myths, or at least very loosely accurate. God, I really wish that I could angle this bird like 45 degrees down instead of basically 90 degrees down. Like, look at that. Like they're like. Oh, 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 oh. I had it there. It's good God, it's like so hard to do.
Now here is a place I've heard of in legend.
Okay. Are you gonna tell us this?
Impressed with the craft of the dwarven smiths, Loki set them to fashioning great gifts he could bring to Asgard and win back the favor he had lost. Skidbladnir, best of all ships, beloved by the wind, big enough to carry all of Asgard's finest into battle. Small enough to fit into a pocket. This would be Freya's gift, and it pleased him well. With such gifts, would Loki find forgiveness? My brother always knew how to win hearts. To him, it was almost as easy as breaking them.
So, did that particular memory take place before or after the other ones that we see? Okay, so we got 3 mysteries left, but I only see 2 of them on the map. Like I see this one here and this one here. Now, the last one could be hiding underneath one of these other dots. Or it could be, well, actually, it could be something else that we just haven't. It could be something that we have to unlock first. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing any blue here. So we may end this part one mystery shy. Okay, so we'll go and do that one first. Because it's the one further away from the shelter. And it looks like we might get 3 half-hour parts out of these mysteries. Because these ones seem to be going by, even with our fuck up at the beginning there. They seem to be going by much faster. But then again, we got a lot of like very short story ones, like the Dwarves in Distress. Like we haven't really got any like really lengthy ones. I wonder, do I still have the pig now? I do. Well, we'll keep the pig because I don't feel like going and changing it. And it's, you know, we got it during our exploration, so it makes sense. Now, I wonder though, does this pig do anything special? Because, like, I mean, it is a big, giant armored boar. By all means, if I charge into something, it should fucking, like, annihilate it, right, with its tusks. What was I talking about before? Oh, right, I was talking about Slime Ranger, but I think yeah. Also restarted Dark Souls 2, but there's not really a lot to tell there. I restarted and played it I've only played it a couple times. So, I mean, I, like, barely got into the Forest of Fallen Giants again. Just grab all those and just keep on rolling.
Miss me, you steaming stack of shit! Untie me and I'll let this slide. And believe me, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Gotta go.
Right. Man, rescuing dwarves is easy.
You're lucky they were terrible archers.
Aye, and I'm lucky you're a far better fighter than these pieces of shit, High One. A fine display of your prowess. If you'll permit me, I'd repay your kindness. But these bastards burnt my pack to ashes. Stop by the Jorðegger shelter, and I'll find you something.
Should I find myself there, then why not?
If you seek a more formidable foe, this lot was saying their leader's not far. Reckon you could do us all some good and get rid of them. They kept saying something about 2 golden peaks in the east. Must be somewhere between them, I'd guess.
Between 2 golden peaks in the east. Most curious.
Aye. Well, you find them, you send my regards, yes? And by regards, I mean you lop off their head, yes? In any case, find me at the Jorðegger shelter. Can't promise I'll be sober, but it'd be good to see you again.
Alright.
Another clue. I think I know of...
Now, he said they would be nearby, but they very clearly are not nearby. They don't count as a mystery, do they? I don't think so. That would be weird if they did. I'm leveled up again, though. I guess I should probably spend these skill points that I got. So I got 6 of them now. Can I get to that one with 5? I can. Like I said, I don't know if me using a 2-handed weapon counts as having my offhand free or not. But I guess next time we use one of our abilities, we'll be able to find out, won't we? Wait, location that we're flying over. I don't even know if I'm gonna have the energy to frickin' clear this map or clear this region, the rest of this crap before I record the next part. I guess it's not like 100% necessary for me to do that. I mean, I need to clear it at some point so that I can keep my achievements at 100% for this game, but which is one thing, it is nice. I mean, I was a little worried when they added some of the free DLCs there with achievements, because it seemed like a lot of people, or at least, well, maybe not a lot, but like some people were having quite a bit of trouble with them. Mainly the challenge mode, challenges, whatever, or trials or whatever. People seem to be having some trouble with those, but I did it. I mean, I'm not saying I did it easily, but I did get it all done. Alright, so now, because we got the 3 gifts.
The clamor of hammers echoes out of the past. A great work was fashioned here.
Because, like, we seem to get a few of those in order. But I don't know about these last 2.
Gungnir, a gift from Loki for the Lord of Asgard, forged of sunlight and strong Asgardian metal. The tip of the spear was carved with runes to guide its path. Gungnir never missed its mark. Now Loki had the 3 gifts he needed to win his redemption in Asgard. Sif's hair, Gungnir, and Skithbladnir. But already in his mind a plan was hatching. 3 gifts was not enough.
Okay, so these two should have went after the hare, followed by the other ones that we did, where he was the fly. I don't know why he kept turning into a fly, though. Like, it didn't work twice, and yet he still tried it a third time. Like, why would you try that again? Like, try something else. Like, I get that he couldn't do anything too obvious, because, like, got a mechanical raven. Interesting. Like, I get that he couldn't do anything too obvious, because, you know, he couldn't let them know that he was cheating. But, like, fly, really? Like, bite him as a fly? How is it, like... Anyway. There we go. Got all that. I do got another skill point now. Just pop it here. Why not? Alright, so I was really hoping once we completed that one, that on my compass, we would get another... Because normally the compass shows you, like, the nearest wealth, the nearest artifact, the nearest mystery, right? Even if they're not very near. Although, to be fair, I'm not seeing any artifacts on there either, so... but yeah, I'm not seeing any, like, I mean, it obviously has to be within this region. It could be something, like I said, that we need to unlock. It could be this over here with the Valkyries. Actually, you know what? Let's go here. Because when we're up on the viewpoint, it gives us all the map markers for the different stuff, right? So even if the last mystery was hiding under an artifact or something, should still be able to make it out. The way, considering the way that they show us the map points on here. Okay. Artifact of the dam. No, not seeing any from these two. Let's go over here first. I mean, maybe the one in the middle would be better because it's in the middle. It would probably give us most of the ones that we're seeing from these other places as well, but also I'm doing this in the hopes that even if it's like in like the fog of war there that we can't see through on the main map, that it would still show them to me. No, not there either. I mean, this viewpoint is so close to the other one. There's no way that it would show something different. I don't know. Maybe I'll just make this 2 parts then, because we're not quite at an hour and a half, and even if we were, that I was really hoping to hit at least 2 hours with these mysteries, but it just doesn't seem to be the case. I would have to go and start clearing like the rest of the map locations and that. Most of those aren't very... Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to assume then that the rest of these, or that the other one is needs to be unlocked somehow. So you know what? The last thing we're going to do then is we're going to head over here. See if I can't get this last wealth just to end this part. Just so that, like, and at the very least I can show you that it's not there, you know, or show you what I mean by it just doesn't seem to exist. Now, granted, if it's there, you'll probably just, well, I mean, I'm assuming if it's there, you'll still believe me, because it'd be a weird thing to lie about. See, like, going up is nice, because, like, you go up 45 degrees, right? Like, yeah, I would like to go up 90 degrees sometimes, but, like, obviously that would be a bit
I should not be seen in this area.
Oh wait, is that a... Oh no, don't...
What?
Come here. Okay, so I think my one guess may have been right, and the fact that this wealth wasn't showing up was because it was a person that wasn't spawning. Now, the thing is there's also a chance that it was a person that was spawning. Well, no, because I was gonna say that I killed and then didn't loot, but the marker moves. Like if it's attached, like if the treasured wealth is attached to a person, the marker moves with the person. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's just... Do you mind? And there we go, last wealth collected. Beautiful, look at that. Alright. So now that that's done, next part we'll start by going in to find the shelter. I kind of want to clear the map before I do that part though, so maybe I'll switch to recording Skyrim next to get that done, and then I can do that, and maybe I'll save this video to record on Monday, or the next video to record on Monday or something. But that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on, well, I guess, Friday for more.